You explode out of your egg sac, surrounded by hundreds of your siblings, and immediately regret it. 1 second, you are inside your warm, safe, gooey egg. The next, you are crammed in a pile of spider legs and eyeballs. Relaxing? Not exactly. Your mom is nowhere to be seen. No, mom probably ate a few of your siblings and is long gone, leaving you to figure out how to survive independently. Good luck with that. Your first task is to crawl out of the egg sac without being crushed by your siblings. Easier said than done when everyone is rushing over each other like it is some 8-legged Black Friday sale. By the time you make it out, you are already starving, and guess what? So is everyone else. And some of your siblings start eating each other. Yes, you are only a few minutes old, and survival already means avoiding becoming someone's lunch. Welcome to spider life. The bad news is that hundreds of siblings surround you and everyone is hungry, including you. There is no packed lunch, no mom dropping off snacks, just a pile of spiderlings figuring out who is food and who is still alive. Cannibalism? Yes, it is the first lesson of spider life. You scuttle away from a sibling who gives you that look, the "you would make a good snack" look. One unlucky spiderling gets caught in the chaos. Before you know it, they are lunch. You manage to avoid being eaten, but survival has its price. You are hungry too. So, what do? You eat what is left behind, bits of eggshell, leftover goo, maybe even a sibling if no one is looking. Eventually, the stronger spiderlings, like you, disperse to find somewhere safer. You climb onto a thin silk thread, let the wind carry you away, and hope for the best. You sail through the air on a single thread of silk the wind carries. This is called ballooning, and it sounds fun until you realize you have zero control over where you are going. You are not flying majestically like a bird. You are flapping around like a tiny, confused parachute with legs. One gust of wind sends you crashing into a bush. Not ideal. Another gust whips you into the air again, and suddenly you land face first on a rock. You are fine, but now you have a new problem. You are on the ground, completely alone, and you have no idea what to do next. You are on your own. To make things worse, predators are everywhere. Birds, lizards, and other spiders. You have got your messy, barely functional web set up. It is not pretty, but it is home. Now, it is time to eat, assuming you can catch something. You sit in the middle of your silk masterpiece, waiting for your first victim, and waiting, and waiting. It turns out that hunting as a spider is mostly waiting. As you are about to give up, you feel a tiny vibration in the web, a mosquito. You pounce, wrapping it in silk. This is it, your first meal, but the mosquito breaks free and flies off, leaving you disappointed. To make matters worse, a larger spider suddenly drops into your web. It is not here to chat. This intruder starts eating your web, silk and all, while you sit there in disbelief. You are too small to fight, so you get away and watch as they destroy the one thing you had going for you. In spider life, even when you think you are winning, someone bigger is coming to ruin your day. Imagine you are chilling on your web, and everything is fine, when suddenly you feel a thud on your silk. For a moment you think, food delivery. But then you see it. A wasp. And not just any wasp. A spider wasp. This predator is not here for small talk. It comes straight at you, and in full-on panic mode, you run across your web like your legs are on autopilot. Its stinger flashes in the sunlight, and you instantly know, one sting, and it's lights out. Desperate, you drop off the web, dangling by a single silk thread, while the wasp hovers above, hunting for you like it's playing hide and seek. It gives up and buzzes off to find a less chaotic meal. Shaking off the near-death experience, you climb back up, silk by silk. Your web is a disaster. Your confidence is shattered, but you are still alive, and that is what matters most in the spider world. You have grown bigger and stronger. Well, strong for a spider. Now it's time for the next chapter of your life, mating. You pick up the scent of a female nearby and cautiously approach her web. You know the risks. Mating for male spiders is like walking into a restaurant where you are on the menu. When you reach her web, she is there, waiting. She is massive compared to you, and she does not look thrilled. You approach carefully, jerking her web to tell her you are not prey. Congratulations! You have passed on your genes, but do not expect a world's best dad trophy. Spider parenting is, well, non-existent, especially for males like you. After mating, your job is done, and you are back to your lonely, eight-legged life. Meanwhile, the female gets busy laying eggs, hundreds of them. She carefully covers them in a silk cocoon and hides the sac somewhere safe. But safety is relative. Predators like wasps, ants, and other spiders would love to eat those eggs. And if the eggs hatch, they will have to deal with each other. The spiderlings will cannibalize their weaker siblings within hours of hatching. Survival of the fittest starts early when you are a spider. The mom does not stick around to help much either. She might guard the eggs for a while, but once they hatch, she is out, assuming she does not eat a few of them herself before leaving. You are older now and have finally mastered the art of web building. No more messy, useless tangles of silk. This time, your web is a perfect, shimmering trap between two branches. You sit in the center, waiting for prey like the patient predator you have become. Hours pass. Nothing. Just as you are about to think, great, another useless web, a moth slips into it. The web shivers as the moth flaps furiously, trying to escape. But this time, you are ready. You rush over, wrapping it in silk. The more it struggles, the tighter you wrap it until it finally gives up. You sink your fangs into the moth, injecting venom that turns it into a nice, slushy meal. Dinner is served. After surviving near-death encounters, cannibalistic siblings, angry wasps, failed hunts, and a very close call with your mate, you have made it far longer than most spiders. But even the toughest webs can't hold forever. You are slowing down now, your movements aren't as sharp, and your web building skills are not what they used to be. One day, while resting on a weakened web, your final challenge appears. A bird. You spot its shadow overhead, and your instincts kick in. You freeze, hoping it does not see you. But it is too late. The bird dives, its beak slicing through the web like it is not even there. You scramble to escape, dropping down on a thread of silk, but your speed is not what it used to be. The bird snaps you up, and just like that, your journey ends. But your story does not disappear. The eggs you risked your life to fertilize will hatch into the next generation of spiders, who will continue the cycle of chaos, survival, and maybe, just maybe, avoiding the same fate.